In the beginning, there was nothing. No light, no sound, no sky above or earth below, only an endless void, a quiet so deep that even time seemed asleep. The ancients called it chaos, the first mother of all things. But from that vast emptiness, something began to stir, a breath, a pulse, a spark of creation. Slowly, form took shape. From chaos came Gaia, the earth, solid, nurturing, eternal. And with her came Tartarus, the dark abyss beneath the world, and Eros, the spirit of love, whose warmth awakened all things to life. The universe trembled with its first heartbeat. Light spilled gently across the blackness. Stars flickered into being, and the dance of existence had begun. Gaia, in her loneliness, looked to the endless sky above her and longed for companionship. From her longing, Uranus was born, a vast, shimmering dome of starlight that stretched endlessly above her. Together, earth and sky embraced, and from their union came the first generation of mighty beings, the Titans. But even the sky can cast a shadow. Uranus, proud and fearful, looked upon his children, strong, radiant, immortal, and felt dread grow within him. He feared they might one day rise against him, so he forced them deep inside Gaia, burying their voices in the dark places of the earth. The mother's heart broke. Her sorrow filled the rivers and turned mountains into tears. And so she whispered to her youngest son, Cronus, of a way to end the cruelty.
One starless night, as Uranus stretched across the heavens, Cronus rose with a blade of flint in his hand. The sky trembled, the stars dimmed, and with a single strike, the reign of Uranus was ended. The heavens fell silent, the Titans were freed, and Cronus became king of the cosmos. Under Cronus's rule, the world knew peace for a while. The seasons flowed gently, the stars moved with grace. But power always hungers. Deep in his heart, Cronus heard a whisper of prophecy that one of his own children would overthrow him, just as he had done to his father. Fear grew like poison, so when each child was born, Cronus swallowed them whole. Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, Poseidon, one by one, vanished into darkness. But Rhea, his queen, could bear the pain no longer. When her last child was born, she hid the infant in a cave on the island of Crete. The nymphs nursed him, and the drumbeats of the Curetes warriors drowned his cries. To Cronus, Rhea offered a stone swaddled in cloth, and he swallowed it, never knowing he had been deceived. The child grew strong and clever. His name was Zeus.
Years passed like whispered wind. When Zeus came of age, he returned to face his father. Guided by the wisdom of Gaia and the cunning of Metis, Zeus tricked Cronus into drinking a potion that made him release his swallowed children. One by one, the gods emerged, whole, radiant, and angry. Together they rose against the Titans in a war that shook the heavens. Lightning split the sky, mountains cracked, the sea boiled. For 10 long years, gods and Titans clashed in a storm of fury and flame. When at last the dust settled, the Titans were defeated, cast deep into Tartarus, bound in chains of fire. And Zeus, the thunder-bearer, took his throne upon Mount Olympus, crowned as king of gods and men. The new age had begun. If you're still awake, and the story is pulling you deeper into the night, take a breath, and don't forget to subscribe, so you'll always have a story waiting beneath the stars.
Now let us continue. Among the immortals, one Titan still walked the earth, Prometheus, whose name means forethought. He loved humankind, fragile and small, shivering in the dark beneath the gods' cold sky. Zeus had forbidden man to possess fire, for he wished them weak and dependent. But Prometheus pitied them. One silent night, he climbed the great mountain of Olympus, found the sacred flame, and carried it down hidden in a hollow reed. When he gave it to humankind, their eyes lit with wonder. The first flames danced upon the plains, warmth spread through the night, fear was replaced by laughter, and the shadow of mortality felt a little lighter. But the gift of fire was also the gift of defiance, and Zeus saw this as betrayal. In his fury, he ordered Prometheus chained to a lonely mountain peak, where each day an eagle descended to devour his liver, and each night it grew back, so the suffering would never end. The humans wept, but the flames still burned, and from that fire came art and music and the first whispers of civilization. But Zeus was not finished. He would punish mankind for accepting the stolen gift, and so he called upon the gods to shape a new being, a woman crafted not of dust or clay, but of beauty, curiosity, and desire. Her name was Pandora. Each god gave her a gift. Athena gave wisdom, Aphrodite gave charm, Hermes gave a clever tongue, and finally Zeus gave her a sealed jar and a warning never to open it.
Pandora was sent to the world of men, radiant and kind, yet her heart ached with wonder. What lay inside that jar? Why had the gods forbidden her? Days passed, and the whisper grew stronger. One quiet evening, she could no longer resist. She lifted the lid just a little, and the world changed forever. From the jar poured shadows, sickness, pain, envy, greed, death, swirling into the air like black smoke. Humanity cried out as misery spread to every corner of the earth. Terrified, Pandora slammed the jar shut. Her heart broke as she heard faint whispers from within, and then silence. Inside the jar, one thing still remained, a soft glow, a trembling light, hope. It was small, but it was enough. For even in the darkest night, even when the gods seemed cruel and distant, hope lingered. It whispered in the hearts of men and women. It kept them rising after every fall, kept them singing even when storms raged above. The gods withdrew to their golden palaces on Mount Olympus, and the age of mortals began. Fire burned in every home. Songs were sung under the stars. And though sorrow had entered the world, so had courage, kindness, and love. Prometheus's gift still glowed in the hearths of humankind. Pandora's last light still shone in their hearts. And so, even as centuries passed and myths faded into dust, their echoes remained. In every spark, in every dream, in every heartbeat that dared to hope.